Here's a look at next week's lineup for the Nintendo Switch eShop. First game up on our list is Die for Valhalla for $9.99. This is an action RPG where you hack, slash, and crush your enemies. Possess and take full control of heroes, monsters, and other things to help Vikings save their realm. There are randomized levels generated with hand-picked modules with more than 10 Viking clans to discover and unlock. Each clan has a special bonus and access to different Viking classes. Next game on our list is Fallen Legion Rise to Glory for $39.99. This is an action game that includes all new art, exemplars, monsters, and bosses not found in the original releases. See the story from all sides anywhere you go. See the conflict through the lenses of Princess Cecile and restore her kingdom to its former glory. If you're a fan of the original, you might want to look into this one for about $40. Next game up on our list is Harvest Moon Light of Hope Special Edition for $39.99. Rebuild your town with some hard work growing crops, tending livestock, and gathering materials for repairs. You'll be able to make new friends, start a family, revive the lighthouse, and save the town. Have fun and make sure to take care of your new home. Next game up is Ikaruga for $14.99. This is an action arcade game where a rebel pilot named Shannara must battle an enemy nation using a specially designed fighter called the Ikaruga, which can be switched between two energy polarities at the touch of a button. Bolts that are the same color as your ship can be absorbed, while the opposite color can do damage. The switching mechanic is the game's core feature and the foundation for its stage and enemy design. Next game up on our list is Knights of Pen and Paper Plus One Deluxe Edition for $14.99. Set on a grand adventure in this turn-based, retro-style pixel art RPG, inspired by the great titles of the 90s. Choose from multiple classes such as Knights and Mages, pick your characters to control those classes like Grandma or Kid Brother, and take on the loads of quests, monsters, items, and equipment littered throughout the game. Next game from the eShop is Legend of K Anniversary for $29.99. Experience a unique blend of martial arts combat, action-adventure, jump and run, and puzzle solving in this remastered version of the original game. Confront huge bosses to test your martial arts skills, and explore a world inspired by the threats and beauties of ancient China. If you never got to experience this game before, well, now is your chance. Next game up on our lineup is Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection for $39.99. This is a massive collection of 12 Street Fighter titles. Hop online and relive the arcade experience through the online arcade mode, or play with friends in the online lobby with 4 of the most definitive Street Fighter titles in the collection. The celebration continues in the museum where fans and historians alike can follow the timeline of how Street Fighter has evolved over the past 30 years. If you're a huge fan of Street Fighter, then this game is a must download. Next game heading to the eShop is Yoku's Island Express for $17.99. Now this is an action platformer where you'll traverse the island using a unique blend of pinball mechanics, platforming in an open world exploration, and an amazing adventure to help those in need. You will meet a cast of unforgettable characters across multiple storylines while uncovering the island's deepest secrets, and maybe rebuild the post office while you're at it. Next we have Lost Sea for $9.99. This is an action-adventure game set inside the Bermuda Triangle. Recruit a crew of survivors who can help you explore the hazardous islands as you hunt for the artifacts needed to navigate the Lost Sea. Do you have what it takes to escape the Lost Sea? Well, you can find out for about $10. Next game up on our list is Smoke and Sacrifice for $19.99. This is an open-world narrative-driven RPG where exploiting living ecosystem is the key to your survival. Craft, fight, survive, and explore the huge open world in this beautifully hand-painted gothic adventure where every character has their tale to tell. With the odds stacked against you and the looming smoke threatening to steal life and memory, will you be able to find out what happened to your son? Next up is another addition to the ICEY NEOGEO series and is Ninja Combat for $7.99. Now this is an early ninja-themed brawler, as a pair of ninja warriors must fight their way past the forces of a dark wizard in a modern-day New York City. Along the way you will encounter 3 warriors who become playable characters after they have been defeated. If you're in the mood for a retro brawler, then you have found the right game. The next game on the way to the eShop is Yesterday Origins for $29.99. Players will partake in an investigation full of twists and turns, solve complex puzzles, and successfully take on roles of John Yesterday and Pauline Pettit to discover the secret of immortality that many have sought before them. There are more than 25 colorful characters and an original soundtrack to be had in this game. Next game on our list is Figment for $19.99. This is a musical action-adventure set in the recesses of the human mind, a strange and surreal world, a place filled with our deepest thoughts, urges, and memories, populated by the many voices we hear in our head. You will solve puzzles to set things straight, beating back the nightmares and seeking to restore the courage that has been lost. Next game in our lineup is Milanoir for $9.99. This is an action game where you play as Piro, who was wrongfully put in jail and framed for a crime he did not commit. The game involves seeking revenge and finding the truth, while also surviving against someone who wants you dead. This game takes inspiration from Italian crime flicks of the 70s, and warning, there is a lot of strong language. Next up we have a game called Mask Forces for $2.99. This is an action-packed game where your main purpose is to eliminate your enemies using any means necessary. You have a great single-player campaign and multiplayer online game modes that you can choose from. Now the game is listed as $3 on the website that I saw, but you might want to check the eShop Thursday just to confirm this because that seems pretty cheap in my opinion. Next game arriving to the eShop is West of Loathing for $10.99. This is a single-player slapstick comedy adventure role-playing game set in the Wild West of the Kingdom of Loathing universe. You will traverse snake-infested gulches, punch skeletons wearing cowboy hats, and grapple with demon cows while you're investigating a wide variety of disgusting spittoons. This game looks very strange and you can download this game for about $11. And finally our last game on our lineup is Quad Fighter K, and this is a co-op retro shooter where you can bring along 3 friends and face the alien hordes with local co-op play. It's not retro, it's timeless with 8-bit graphics and a focus on pure arcade shooting action. Quad Fighter K harkens back to the times when it was all about you and perhaps a couple of friends, a quarter, and lightning-fast reflexes. That's pretty much all the games that have been announced so far for next week, guys. As always, check the eShop every Thursday and Friday for new games not mentioned in this video. If you don't know, Nintendo is always announcing new games as the week progresses, so there will always be some games that are not featured in this video. Leave a comment below, guys, and let me know what games will you be downloading. That's pretty much all for me for right now, guys, and there'll be more to come shortly. Thanks again.